Hello students. Yesterday we studied about solubility curves and today we will study their uses. Its first use it is in medical field, like it enables a pharmacist to determine the amount of drug that must be dissolved together in a given quantity of solvent. How much amount of drug or the medicine it should be added in a given quantity of solvent at different temperatures to give a prescribed drug preparation, so that proper medicine it should be prepared. Okay, so for this we use solubility curve. Second one, it is for chemists and research workers, like it enables them to determine most suitable solvent to be used at various temperatures, like at different temperature which solvent will be good to dissolve the solute. Okay, for the extraction of the essential chemicals from their natural sources. Third one, it is the separation and purification of solutes. When a saturated solution of a given mixture of solute is cooled, when we cool down the saturated solution of a mixture, the fraction with very low solubilities will be the first to crystallize. We know that the one which will be having lesser solubility, it will be crystallized out first from the solution. Okay, so if we sum up all these points, the first one is to determine the solubility of a given solute at a particular temperature, that in a given temperature or at a particular temperature, what is the solubility of the given solute. Secondly, to compare the solubilities of different solutes in a solvent. We know that different substances dissolve in the solvent in different amount, or their solubilities are different. Okay, at a given temperature. And thirdly, to calculate the amount of substance which will crystallize out when a hot saturated solution is cooled. When a hot saturated solution it is cooled down, then obviously on cooling it, the substance it will solidify or it will crystallize out, so it will help us to calculate out the amount of solute which will crystallize out. Now next is, see, the effect of pressure on the solubility of gases. We have read about the dissolution of solid solute in liquid. Now here we'll study the solubility of gases in water. Okay, we know that few gases they can be dissolved in water readily, but there are other gases which cannot be dissolved in water. If we will increase the pressure, an increase in pressure on the surface of water, it causes the increase in the solubility of the gas in water. See, this point we can understand by taking an example of cold drink bottle. In cold drink, the carbon dioxide gas it is filled in the bottle under high pressure, and you must have seen when we open the cap of the cold drink bottle, the cold drink and the gas it comes out of it with a fizz. Okay, that is because carbon dioxide gas it cannot be dissolved in water readily, and it is stored in water or in that cold drink under high pressure. So if will increase the pressure, on increasing the pressure, the solubility of the gas will also increase in water. Okay, solubility of gases in water at a fixed temperature. Fixed temperature means we have to maintain the temperature of the liquid constant, because when we'll increase the pressure, obviously the particles they'll start colliding with each other, and due to the collision heat will be generated. It means we have to maintain the temperature of the liquid constant, definitely by some outer source. So solubility of gases in water at a fixed temperature can be correlated by following law, and the law it is called Henry's law. Henry was a scientist, and he told about the dissolution of gas in water under pressure. Okay, at any given temperature is definite. The mass of a gas, the temperature, it may be the room temperature also. Okay, the mass of the gas dissolved by a fixed volume of liquid is directly proportional to the pressure on the surface of the liquid. The amount of gas which will be dissolved in the given amount of liquid, it depends upon the pressure which is applied on the surface of the liquid. More will be the pressure, more will be the dissolution of the gas in liquid. Okay, so it means that pressure and the amount of gas dissolved, they are directly proportional to each other. Now see, evolution of gas is seen when a bottle of soda water is opened. I have told you this example, like soda water. Suppose we are having a bottle of soda water. It contains carbon dioxide gas which is dissolved under pressure. It is dissolved in water under pressure. So, solubility of carbon dioxide under normal atmospheric pressure is very low. It is very least soluble in water. But when we put high pressure over it, it will definitely dissolve to great extent. uh, in the case of soda water, in which carbon dioxide, it is dissolved in water under pressure and the bottle corked. Okay, when the bottle is corked, the gas is dissolved under high pressure, and when we will open the bottle, the gas, it will come out rapidly from it, because it is dissolved just because of the pressure upon it. And as we'll open the bottle or the cap of the bottle, the gas, it will rapidly come out along with the bubbles, since the pressure on the surface of the water, it is suddenly decreases, and so does the solubility of carbon dioxide gas in water. So the thing was that carbon dioxide gas, it was dissolved in water under high pressure, and when we opened the bottle, the cap of the bottle, the gas which was dissolved in water under high pressure, its pressure decreases and the gas, it escaped out of the liquid. Okay, and this effect of temperature on the solubility of gases in water, this we'll study tomorrow. Thank you.